Well, here we go. The Hunting Landman Podcast 53, right? Yeah, that's right. All right. We've got the camp man with me. We got Tim Guidroz. But before we get going too far, as always, this podcast is brought to you by Southern Ag Credit. They take such good care of us and our clients. I had a huge closing with Alex at Southern Ag last week, and working on some stuff in Missouri with them, and working on some. If my offer gets accepted, I'm going to be working on some more stuff because I made a big offer on a big track yesterday. Probably too big, but go big or go home.
No such thing.
That's right. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about, it's a spring market now. We're in, that sounds like a total residential realtor statement. It's spring market, but it is the spring, and we've been turkey hunting a lot, and we want to talk about the update of what's going on. A lot of things going on in real estate. Last podcast, we talked about, this lawsuit and all the thing, and I can tell you this right now. We can just nip this in the bud. It has affected nothing.
Not at all.
Just something else for people to talk about. Fake news.
Well, they're seeing it in the residential market.
You think they're seeing it already?
In Baton Rouge, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of fussing going on in the Facebook groups about it, but I don't think it's going to affect us much.
I got you. Well, we've got Tim Guidroz here. Tim, how long have you been working with us now? It's Southern States Realty.
I guess it's been this is year 3.
Wow.
With you?
First time I met Tim, we did a high fence that we sold very fast on a beautiful lodge that's now since burned down. And it did burn down.
Didn't even
I sold it right after that. But anyway,
wow.
And then we did several projects together, and now Tim is helping us produce Hunting Landman TV and the podcast, and now he's on the podcast, so we've got a lot going on.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Well, I'm going to start this thing off, Tim. It's turkey season. I've had a great turkey season thus far, and I think a lot of people in the Felicianas and Southwest Mississippi has had a good turkey season. If I had to contribute that to anything, it's 2 years ago we had an unbelievable hatch, and we had another good hatch last year. So we've got a good many turkeys. We had several good hatches, and if this weather stays like it's been being, we'll probably have another good hatch this year. So very blessed. And look, I've been in years where we didn't have many turkeys to hunt, and that's no fun. So thank you, Lord, for that. We'll start it off. I killed my first turkey opening day there on my lease out in Wilson County, and I killed him in the afternoon. We should have killed at daylight and just kept filming. Basically, it was it. And that's on the last episode that will come out on YouTube. Let me see, coming on TV this week. No.
TV, it should be this week.
No, that's the second kill. It's already out.
That's right.
First kill's already out. We killed it in the afternoon. Good hunt. Knew where some turkeys had been. Went in there. Turkey gobbled on his own. We set up. Turkey gobbled on his own again. And, he kind of came in silent. Took 30, 45 minutes. He came in there, and he got shot in the face.
Yes, he did.
And so that was a great hunt. Just a couple of days later, I guess that was sorry about my dog hollering in the background. A couple of days later, Tim's first hunt, first day working with me. Terrible morning, a lot like this morning. Windy and cloudy. Didn't hear nothing on the roost. Finally, we got up to the edge of a big burn, and I yelped and cut, and turkey gobbled at us, and heck, 5 or 6 minutes later, we're looking at him.
Yeah.
At
we
9
had
steps.
Very low expectations that morning.
And so that episode, Tim just got done editing it. It's going to be on Waypoint Tuesday. No. Or was it already on Waypoint?
It should have been this week.
Oh, yeah, it was already on Waypoint. It's on Waypoint all this week. You can go ahead and find it on the app. We will release it on YouTube next week, and that's a really good episode. To kind of show you what's going on around the office and stuff, too. Fun episode. And then our next episode will be my third kill, which is actually Caleb's first kill. We doubled up on some turkeys down on the lease again. All these kills have been in Wilson County, and Tim was there for that. And Tim probably thinks I'm the greatest turkey hunter ever because the first 2 times he went with him, we killed 3 turkeys.
Yeah. And that was 2 hunts were awesome.
We some really good hunts, fun stuff. A lot of gobbling, turkeys acting right, and it's fun when they do that. But it's all right. All right, we had a little technical malfunction, but anyway, turkey season is going good for most everybody. Tim has been hunting a couple times. I've been a couple times with him. Hadn't had any luck yet. We got close the other morning.
Yeah, we did.
Saw the turkey fly down. It was one of them deals where we were so close. I was like, we're either going to kill him or spook him. And actually, surprisingly, didn't do either.
Neither one, yeah. He flew off and went the other way.
You know, we started this morning on the other side of that spot. And
thinking he was going to come that way.
Well, and never even heard him. Really? Heard the other turkey that was way back behind us. Yeah. He gobbled twice, and that was about it. But the turkey season's been real good, man. The rest of the year, my objective is to get Lori a turkey, and I've got a big turkey in mind that I've got to go put on the limb one pretty morning or one late afternoon for a pretty morning. I know where he likes to hang out, and I just got a picture of him a couple hours ago, so I know he's still around. I didn't get a picture of him for like 2 days, and I was kind of worried, but I got a picture of him. But
so real quick, for the people that don't know, kind of like me, I'm not a very experienced turkey hunter. The end of the year, they're supposed to not be as henned up.
Right, but no, they're henned up hard right now.
Bad.
Right.
Like my lease is horrible. As soon as they fly off the limb, they're going straight to the hens, and that's a wrap.
It's and it's kind of weird because they were breeding. I had pictures of turkeys breeding pre-turkey season, which means early March, and they're still henned up hard. Now, you take the sons out right now, you could go strike one and kill one right now. I can guarantee those hens are nesting. But as all grown-up life, we have to be at work.
Exactly.
Yes. You know, used to be I could lay with them till 10, 11 o'clock. Now it's like 8:30. All right, phone's ringing. Got to roll. So anyway, turkey season has been great. As good as the turkey hunting has been, real estate has been just as hot. Just as we talked about for the past 4 years for the most part, inventory is still low. Good stuff is still low. Good stuff priced right sells fast. I'm going to kind of go through the list of things going on right now. So I had an unbelievable first quarter, getting really close to the goals. The goal's $25 million a quarter, and we're really close to that. And we're on pace to do some really big things. I have three 8-figure deals in the working, and that's just unbelievable, but I do. And if only one of those comes through, that's going to be huge for us. We've got a huge new listing we can't talk too much about yet, but I'm super excited about. We're going to be shooting content on it hopefully this weekend and Monday and bringing that to y'all soon. One of the coolest listings I've ever had. So excited about that one. We're bringing in a whole team to shoot the pictures and video. We're going to do an episode about it. It's going to be really, really cool. So excited about that. And then we got a lot of properties about to come to the market. So to end that part, I had a really, really, really good first quarter. And demand is high, inventory is low. Before I get to us, what's coming to the market and things like that, Tim, what are you seeing in the market? I want your perspective of. And Tim lives in the Baton Rouge area in Watson, but he works the same area as I do, and some other areas. He works some stuff down south too. So tell us a little bit about what you do, Tim.
So mainly what we're seeing right now. My clients, they're looking for more of the $500,000 price range stuff, and everybody wants turnkey. I know we say that all the time.
I got that on my list.
Well, I didn't mean to skip there. But
yeah, go ahead.
That's what everybody's looking for. So if you've got a property that's 100 acres and you've got a little camp on it, doesn't have to be anything special. That is what everybody's looking for right now. And I mean, we've sold them this year sight unseen. I had to deal with you.
Right.
Guy bought it sight unseen. That had the nice cabin, off-grid stuff.
Turnkey, ready
to go. Guy never saw it. He said, go out there and get some cell phone video, and let's check it out. Send him the cell phone video. So, yeah, let's do it. And that was, we had what? Caleb had 5 showings on that thing that day. He camped out.
And this is, we can talk about it now because it closes 36 acres in a cabin. That's the third time I've sold that property. And it's almost been like that every time it's sold.
Yeah,
and we should look and say, okay, what's the factor here? Location, not far from my house. Southern. It was Amite County, but barely, and close to the Louisiana state line. Cool cabin, pond, probably the biggest draw. Pretty pond, pretty setting, creek, and in a good little area. And I think probably the biggest thing to take away is the price point. It was a little over $300,000, and a lot of people, that's a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people can afford that type of land, so demand is high for it.
Yeah. That's what everybody wants right now. And it doesn't exist. It's not there.
He's leading me.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. He's leading me in too.
I I've probably got 10 guys right now that are looking for 100 acres, around 100 acres with a little camp on it, and it's not there.
And that's what so what you're hearing Tim say is the reason I'm about to tell you what I'm doing. Okay, this is a common theme. So, I'm an investor also, and I'm always buying and selling and doing it. I have partners, I have clients that do it, so all of the above. And so some of this stuff that I'm part of, some of this stuff I'm not part of, it's clients of mine. But let me tell you what we're doing. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different large properties that, when I say large, from 60 acres to 500 acres, that we're getting ready to either make turnkey or split up and make a turnkey. Heck, one of them we just released in the last 2 days. By the time y'all hear this, it'll be on all the websites. 62 acres. We went in, myself and a partner. We put in food plots, roads, made sure everybody had blacktop road frontage power. We've got a 34-acre tract, an 18-acre tract, and a 10-acre tract. I think they're going to last less than 30 days.
100%.
They're priced good. They're high, but very competitive for price, for Amite County and those price range. So, kind of tell you, of course, this is full disclosure. If you don't like it, I don't really care. I bought these properties to make money.
Yeah.
Also, I bought these properties to service my clients by creating something that doesn't exist, to Tim's point. Whenever so people won't turnkey, but then you show them something and say, look, it's not turnkey. But if you do these sort of things, look, I get it. People are scared. They've never done that. I don't know what this is going to look like. How much is this going to cost? Am I going to get, the out-of-town guy upgrade? People, great concerns. One thing about myself or any other investor, and this is a great Instagram reel right here. If somebody is buying something and reselling it and they're selling it for fair market value, there ain't nothing wrong with it. If you have a problem with that, you don't understand how the world works. I can't expect you to pay more for something than it's worth, and you can't expect me to sell it for less than it's worth. And where do we end up? Appraisal value, fair market value.
Exactly.
So I start all that to say this. So we're creating something that doesn't exist. Okay, well, what doesn't exist? When we say turnkey, what do you mean, Tim? What is turnkey? You give me your definition, and I'll go.
Turnkey's got the power pool. It's got water well or whatever you're doing with it. Got a little camp on it, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just a little place to lay your head. Food plot's already there. Roads done. That's turnkey.
That's it. And to each property, is different. And maybe if it's a duck hunting property, it's got water control and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the power's done. Which look, power can be a headache. Do I have easements? How far am I at power? Who would I contact? Who do I get to do the dozer work for? It's a lot of things. Now, fortunately for myself, I've done a lot of that, and so that's what we're doing. I've got big property in Amite County right now. I'm splitting into 3 tracts, and that's what I'm doing. I've got a little over 80-acre tract and 2 50-acre tracts. Whenever I get done with them, they're all going to have a camp, power, water well. They already got food plots and good road system, blacktop road frontage. So what I'm doing is I'm taking something, and look, the property that I bought, me and a partner bought, was something that was on the open market for a while. It didn't sell because
it was too big.
And not turnkey. Okay, so and 178 or 183 is not too big, but at the price it was for the condition it was in. It wasn't saying it was a bad condition, but like it didn't have big food plots and roads and the power ran, the vision. And so we're creating that. And look, what you're getting if you're interested in a property like this. Now, if I do it, I can't speak for everybody, but look, I'm really thinking about where are we putting these food plots and why. Your access, how you get there, the campsite. Okay, we're putting it there so the power doesn't cost as much and you're not disturbing the rest of the place, or you're back off the road so you don't have to worry about anybody seeing you being off the front porch. We take all that stuff into consideration. I want to create these properties when I ride out there and see them like, man, I'd like to keep this. That's the goal whenever I create something is, hey, maybe something I'd like to keep.
And I would rather buy a property from somebody that knows exactly how to set the thing up rather than just some random guy that put food plots wherever he wanted to put them and with no science or anything behind it.
Right. So there, and look, we're doing this on all of these properties. One that I'm really excited about, Tim, I'll get his opinion on it here in a second. We just shot some content on it. We're doing over 500 acres. We're splitting into a bunch of tracts in Amite County. Now, some of the road frontage will be small stuff, but we're going to run power right back in there in the middle of the Homachita National Forest. You're going to have, we having camera problems? All right, had a little more camera difficulties. We're back. So talking about the 500 acre tract and what we're doing, we're creating something that doesn't exist. So this one, well, the reason I'm excited about it, it connects, to the national forest. So a guy can have 80 acres, 100 acres, and he can, he have, for his family, he can have 2 or 3 nice food plots. And he says, man, I got a buddy who wants to come hunt. Hey, come all you want. Places for family, go hunt on the national forest. Or if you're like me and you're a turkey hunter, 80 acres may not be enough for you to fill your tags. It may not. But then you've got thousands, literally, I think Homachita National Forest is 240,000 acres right out your back door.
Wow.
And don't y'all can Google that, but I think that's right. That with the WMAs that are in it. But anyway, that's something that doesn't exist. And I would say 80 acres and less connected to the National Forest may be our number one request.
1,000%. If I had 10 of them right now, I could sell all 10 of them tomorrow.
The only thing that I say may compete with that would be 100 acres with a pond and a cabin in Wilson County.
Oh, yeah. You talk about a real unicorn.
Yeah. I get, and look, agents that listen to this, I'm going to tell y'all this so you know where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I have agents that call me all the time. Hey, Slade, when you get 150 acres in Wilson County with a cabin and some nice hardwoods, food plots and stuff, I got a client that'll buy it. I'm like, really? Yeah, because I don't.
So what I get is St. Francisville.
Right.
Because I know all the agents around
Yesterday.
there. They're like, man, Tim, I got a client looking for a couple hundred acres around St. Francisville. They want to camp and stuff like that. I'm like, good luck.
Yeah.
It doesn't come up for sale.
Right,
It's just not there.
It's tough. St. Francisville and Woodville are both really hard. Heck, hardly anything comes up in West Feliciana anymore. And look, back to this creating stuff. I made an offer on a big tract of land yesterday. And you talking about create something that doesn't exist. Ducks, deer, turkeys, Wilson County, if I can get it done. It's a big one. But anyway, we'll see. It's a lot of hoops to jump through. And these hoops, I presented this to a buyer first, and they were scared of the hoops. I'm not scared of the hoops. We're going to try.
That's why you hire a land agent.
That's it. So a lot of good stuff coming to the market. Here's another one I'm just kind of going down my list. We talked about the off-grid earlier. I've got 60 acres. You having trouble with the camera? You got 60.
I'm just making sure.
You got 60 acres that is off-grid. I could run power to it, but it's too far. So we're going to put an off-grid cabin out there. Put the food plots. It's going to be in Wilson County. Got turkeys on it. Got deer on it, off-grid. I think it'll fly off the market, man.
It'll sell in a week.
Kind of in the middle of nowhere, real quiet, kind of out by the lease. Yeah, that's going to be a good property. I've got another 160 acres or so that a client of mine owns. We're going to be splitting into 2 roundabout 80-acre tracts connected to the National Forest in Wilson County. Probably going to put camps on them. So we're creating things that are going to be priced competitively that don't currently exist. So I'm excited about it. We got a lot of that stuff going on. I didn't even mention we got another one in Franklin County we're going to be doing 3 of in the little over 100-acre range.
I'm excited about it. I get to represent the buyers on all these.
That's it. It's going to be a lot of really good stuff. So probably more than I've ever brought to the market from either me or my client or a combination of the two together to bring them to the market. So excited. And remember this. I want to say this again very respectfully. Anytime an investor buys something, let's just say they buy 100 acres and somebody and their cousin says, look, I'll take 2,500 an acre for it. And they buy it for 2,500 an acre. And then they said, and then they decide to sell it for 3,500 an acre. If it's worth 3,500 an acre, that's what they should get for it. No matter what they paid for it, it's irrelevant. I know you don't like to let people make money off of you. But let me tell you this, client. If you're looking for the best deal, just tell me up front. If you're looking for a right property at a competitive price, what it's worth, Well, that's what we're talking about. Like I get people all the time that, whenever they can afford these $500,000, $1 million properties, they've won in life. So they won in negotiation, things like that. And a lot of times I have to calm them down and say, hey, listen, you called me and told me you want a place for your family and your grandkids to come hunting. You didn't call and tell me you wanted the deal of the century. Of course, everybody does, but if you're okay with a fair market deal, well, what are we talking about?
It's no different than buying a house that was flipped.
Right.
That guy's not buying that property and putting $70,000 into it just to break even.
Because you wouldn't have bought it without the $70,000.
The house I live in right now, we looked in this neighborhood for 2 years. Everything was outdated. We didn't want any of it. One of them was flipped, and we paid the most price per square foot in the neighborhood. We set the record because it was exactly what we wanted.
I bet you didn't set the record now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Real estate catches
up.
up.
All that stuff. At the time, it was the most price per square foot. We set the record in there, but it was exactly what we wanted. Same thing here.
All right. What, so of all the things I've got working on coming to the market, Tim, tell me where I'm wrong. I think there's going to be super high demand for all these.
100%. I mean, we've talked about it ever since you told me about all the stuff you're doing. I said, well, I got buyers for every single one of them.
Right.
And I know you do too. So it's going to be probably multiple offer situations like we've been running into for the past couple of months.
Yeah, when you have these good properties, and listen, buyers, don't get discouraged by the multiple offer situation, because here's the deal. Let's say you win or you don't. We can't control that. But you should be excited to look at a property that other people are interested in, because that means you're looking at the right kind of property.
Exactly.
If there's a lot of interest in it, there's a reason. If there's not much interest in it, in fact, I do this all the time when I buy property. People call me, hey, man, what do you think about this tract? I'm like, I don't know. There must be something I'm missing. It's been on the market a while and it's priced right. There must be something I'm missing. I told somebody that on the tract yesterday. I was like, there's some asterisk that I'm not seeing, and that scares me. And if I can pick the asterisk out, maybe we can fix it. Maybe it's a road situation or a campsite or a power or something like that.
It's always an access issue. Mm-hmm. Well, at least what I've been doing here lately. It's always access.
Well, let me see what else I got. So Tim is first time on the podcast, and as y'all know, everybody, their first time on the podcast, we have the $100 million question. So, Tim, me and you go to Be Quick right down here, and we buy a Powerball ticket, and you get $100 million clean. After taxes and Uncle Biden and everybody gets all their money, you get $100 million. Where are you buying land and why?
Well, I've never been up in the Midwest, so probably right here in Southwest Mississippi. Man, it's a place I've been hunting for the past couple of years now, and I love it. And it's really good price too compared to, a lot of other places. So I feel like I get more bang for my buck in Mississippi. Well,
you got $100 million, so you could probably use it more than one place.
I'm tight.
So how much are we spending?
Probably 10.
Okay.
I'll spend 10 of it on a nice hunting spot, and then another 10.
Yeah, you can get a pretty nice hunting spot
on a fishing place, because I got to have a fishing spot too.
Well, are you picking Delacroix, Grand Isle, Venice?
They're gating off too much stuff around Louisiana. I'm getting out of Louisiana. I'll probably go to Pensacola or something. They got 8-pound speckled trout swimming around Pensacola that people don't know about.
Mm-hmm. They do. Pitch them under them docks. It's cool to hear about. Well, when you go elk hunting with me this fall, that I'm going to ask you the same question.
That's probably going to change my mind. Yeah,
and I debate on the elk situation. I'm like, if I had $100 million, do you go buy an awesome elk place, or do you just go and get a bunch of landowner tags every year and go on elk hunts? But I think I would personally enjoy buying a place and inviting my friends to let me guide them. I'd still be part of the hunt.
Yeah.
And that would probably be because, if I killed, like if you had that much money and you had that much time, you kill 2 elk a year, like you got your fix of killing, you still want to go hunting. So you bring your friends, you call them up, hey man, come stay at the lodge. We got a place. You remember I won $100 million.
Right. Yeah.
I got a pretty nice place.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's cool to hear everybody's story, and I think you can tell a lot about somebody about what they value and why they value the places. And I'm going to tell you, more often than not, people buy around home.
Yeah, I want to be within 2 hours of where I live, where all my family is, where my friends are. Even if you do have $100 million, it's tough to get 10 of your buddies up to Colorado.
I'll be your buddy if you get $100 million for sure.
Everybody would be, I'd imagine.
Yep. Well, what else we got going on? Let me see. I'm going to make sure I went through my list. Bottom line, we have been really, really busy in real estate. I think it's a great time to sell, and I need listings. It's a great time to sell. Prices has never been higher. In fact, I had another agent tell me the other day, Slade, every time you sell something, you're breaking the new record, and it is. It's tough because we're having to make sure the comps get us there. And I had one the other day, and it didn't appraise, and I told the appraiser, the banker, the buyer, and the seller, I said, I don't care. I can sell it again for that price tomorrow. It was Wilson County, 50 acres with a cabin. I mean, never went on the market. You never heard about it because it never went on the market.
Doesn't have to.
Nope. First guy looked at it, bought it. But anyway, the market's really, really good. Now, if you're a buyer, my suggestion is Tim or myself or any other good agent, they've got their email list and their buyers are working. Get one of these guys out there working for you. Somebody you relate to. I know Tim does a really good job of getting emails out. Every time I list something good, he sends it to his clients and vice versa. Tim, speaking of that, how do people get a hold of you?
Phone number 225-270-0059. Email tim.realtryuc@gmail.com. That's the best way.
And you can look him up on YouTube
I'm on YouTube, yeah. Campman Real Estate. So Campman, I sell fishing camps and stuff too down in down on the coast of Louisiana and stuff like that.
Just listed a new one in Delacroix.
I just got a new one in Delacroix. Yeah, it's an awesome one. Awesome one. Right next to Sweetwater Marina.
Nice. I don't know if I've ever even been to Delacroix. See, I'm too much of a redneck.
Awesome duck hunting, fishing, can't beat it. It's a great place.
Well, so we've got some good stuff. Tim, like I said, you can find him Campman on YouTube, and he's got some really good information about counties and pricing and things like that. So always good. If you follow me on YouTube, subscribe to Tim's channel. He has some really good stuff out there, and he's going to be, like I said, he's going to be doing all the new podcasts and the new TV show for Huntland Man TV. We got some big stuff coming up. I do have a turkey trip coming up, not this Friday, but next Friday. I'm leaving to go myself, Ryan Wascom, Blake Duvall, all the main trained assassins except for Craig
18
are going, and we are heading Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois, all in one trip. And Rafe just came in to say hey for the podcast. Hey, Rafe. But we're going to have a really good trip. I'm super excited about that turkey trip. Me and my buddies heading where there's plenty of turkeys. We've been chasing these hard-headed southern turkeys all year. It's going to be fun. But we're going to get out of here. Tim and I have got some more filming and stuff to do. We got a lot of land to sell. We got some really good listings coming up. If you're not on our email list, if you're not, I tell clients like this, okay, I'll get you on the email list. I'll be sending you emails every time we list something. Look, I can't keep up with 3,000 of y'all. It's impossible. And I know everybody, but let me tell you, squeaky wheel gets the grease. Text me once a week. You ain't going to bother me. Text me once a day. You ain't going to bother me one bit. Hey, Slade, don't forget about me. I'm looking for 150 acres in Aitman County. Just keep on, because you may text one day, and I may have had a landowner said, I'm thinking about selling my place, and boom, 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 we get it done. And that happens more often than not. Caleb is, he's great at what he does for me. We listed 61 acres in Aitman County the other day under contract.
Wow.
The guy wanted more land, so Caleb called the landowner to the north, another 60 acres under contract. So they're both under contract at one time. So we created something, again, that didn't exist because the buyer told us what he wanted, and we went out and found it. So squeaky wheel gets the grease. Get on our email list and let myself, Tim, Caleb, somebody with Southern States Realty find you. And, hey, let Southern Ag Credit finance you, because believe me, they do a great job. Tim, thank you for being on here. Anything else?
Sir. Glad to be on. It's
all
fun.
Right. Y'all, everybody say good luck to Tim the rest of turkey season. And now we got to get Lori one. I got to go put him on the limb, and I got to make it where he flies down and comes in pretty, and him hits record, and I call him up, and Lori shoots him in the face. That's the goal.